Coming up tonight on a KXLY News exclusive, a story about which you demanded answers. We told you about Zach Hubbard, who was convicted of molesting an 8-year-old boy and sentenced to up to 40 years in prison. A judge released him on probation yesterday after serving less than a year. It was the most read story on KXLY.com all day yesterday, and one that had you asking, how in the world could it happen? So we looked deeper into a program that set this offender and thousands of others free. KXLY4's Taylor Graham continues our in-depth coverage tonight. Taylor, we need to know more about this rider program and whether or not it works to actually rehabilitate Idaho offenders.
Well, Nadine, we asked the Department of Corrections today for specific success rates on this rider program, which focuses on intense rehab in lieu of long prison sentences. Now, we didn't get answers there, but I did find a 2018 report from the Idaho Department of Corrections online. To put it simply, the longer the probation, the less effective this program is.
Mr. Hubbard, I am going to put you on supervised probation for 10 years.
He was sentenced to up to 40 years in prison and served just 353 days for molesting a child. Zachary Hubbard has Judge John Mitchell and Idaho's rider program to thank for his freedom. The program allows judges to place offenders in intense treatment programs, then determine if they should stay in prison or walk free.
The judge says, look, I want to get a better picture of this person. I'm about to make a big decision in his life, maybe 5 years, 10, maybe 20 years in jail. So to be sure that I'm making the right decision, I want to dive deeper into what's going on inside his head.
Though he wasn't involved in the case, attorney Jim Bendel gave us some insight into the program, which, as of this February, involved 1,300 inmates, according to a Department of Corrections population report. So when rider inmates like Hubbard are put on probation, how likely are they to end up back in prison? It depends. A DOC program effectiveness report from 2017 shows about 6% of rider inmates end up back behind bars in the first 6 months. But the number goes up as their time out of prison goes on. A DOC report to the legislature from February of this year shows after 1 year on probation, 19% of riders fail. And after 3 years, 42% of riders fail. Those offenders back in trouble and back in prison. Hubbard received 10 years of supervised probation and was determined to be a low to moderate risk of reoffending.
Child molesters do have a high rate of recidivism. The therapy programs for them have not always turned out to be successful. The question is, was it the right decision? And we'll know that in the next 5 or 10 years, won't we?
What we found in our reporting today, this rider program is expensive too. It costs the state $26.5 million to keep offenders in treatment over a 3-year period. If those offenders stay out of prison, though, it does save the state some money. It's much cheaper to supervise someone than it is to keep them locked up. Reporting live from Coeur d'Alene tonight, Taylor Graham, KXLY4 News.
Very interesting. Thank you for that, Taylor.